Great and beautiful morning, afternoon, and evening to you all, wherever you are joining me at this hour. Welcome to 64th edition of Investdata Trading Academy Live with Ambrose. I say welcome to this Thursday afternoon session. I will tell you things are really happening in our market here locally. But before we go back, we look at our market here. Let's look at what is happening globally. I will tell you that the decline state of the market in the global market is still ongoing. As we speak now, Europe market, US market are all on the down on the down on the down move already. They are opening or starting at this hour on a lower values. Tell you that they are still what losing value. They are still bleeding. Let me use that language. But the good thing again is that this market is kind of diving to southward movement. I'm telling you that this is the time for you, either you are playing the matured market or local market here, the time to use your stop loss at all every given time because it is very important. Take away emotion. That means have your entry, your exit, and your profit target. Once it's achieved, you are about to take profit and leave the market and come back again. Don't just say because market is rebounding is going up, or don't say because market is diving. There are some sectors or some individual stock that have some characteristics that now will make them to be a defensive stock, and some sectors that are defensive because of what the nature of what their services, the nature of their product. And that is why we are seeing that earnings in this market are in our own market here are impressive. But I will tell you that in matured market, especially in US market, the retail business or companies there, their earnings that came to the market were weak. And that is part of also why the market is still bleeding over there. These numbers are not supporting price because they are weak numbers. On that note again, you can see why our market is different. There also, you know that the tech companies or are the one that are the highest cap there, and also because they are losing over there too, you can see that their market is now. But there are some also other stock in different sectors in that US market that are also doing well. That is why if you want to hedge against either a decline market or you want to hedge against inflation, there are some stock that you use to do that effectively, and there are some sectors that you can use that to do that effectively. That is why at any given market situation, any market cycle, you don't need to panic, but rather have what all called have your investment objective, have tools you are using, and also trade your plans. Once you do these three things or you have these three things, I'll tell you in any market cycle, you will be at the top of market. Yes, they want to say that you must win all your trade, fine, because nobody has 100% control of the market. Therefore, they let your winning side be more than your losing side. I always say this. But if you have information, you have knowledge, you have tools, I will tell you, you have 80% or 75% of your trade going the way you want, making profit for you. Why 30, 35, or 30 on the data? But once your winning side is better than your higher than your losing side, you're already in profit. That is how to trade, the market. No matter what you are trading, whether you are trading equity, you are trading commodity, you are trading currency, you are trading cryptocurrency, anyone you are trading or ETF or any index you are trading, you must know how to use your word, all your stop loss, and also know your word, your entering and your exit strategy, have your target, and know to plan it up, you must take away emotion from your word, from your investment decision. Once you have this at the back of your mind, I'm telling you, you are good to go. As we speak, international market, oil price is still oscillating. As we speak now, oil price has pulled back again. It's trading around the $109 now. From yesterday, touched as high as 113. This hour as we speak is also on the downtrend because of the oscillation. But I tell you, as far as oil remain above $100, I will tell you, oil related companies and also businesses, they will still be posting a good number. That is why you can see that the big investors in the world are also looking the world for oil companies, like of Chevron, the life of Mobil Oil. Oh no, they are looking at those sectors that they know that yes, they have come to stay. And what is happening in Ukraine, even though it will take another 2 years, even when they stop the war today, but that sector before the normal chain of production and it will take time. That means in the next 1 or 2 years, this sector will remain profitable. For that, investors are also positioning in that direction. That is how to invest. You don't say because you are a trader. No, you look for sectors where you can also use to hedge against that market and also hedge against what inflation. Once you have this strategy in your portfolio, I'll tell you, you'll be more of winning side than losing side. Yes, before we go to technical analysis, I want to look at the let's look at some tools. I told you that we'll be doing some small training on how to use some tools in this class, so that every day when you are going with something. Today we're looking at Fibonacci exponential moving average, EMA. If you remember what I use most time for this class, I use the T line, and that T line I told you what like emerged from using what moving average exponential was 8. Today we're looking at the Fibonacci exponential moving average, average, the EMA. Then for me, say exponential moving average, reduce the lag seen in what in simple moving average by applying more weight to what to the recent prices. The weighted applied to the most recent price depend on the number of periods in the moving average. We are applying 8, 21, and 52 weekly periods for our entering or our exit signal. These are the things you use. Then you can use 8, so depend on you, 12, 21, 51. But here in our class we use more of 8. Exponential moving average differ from simple moving average. In a given days, EMA calculation depends on on what we call a EMA calculation for all the days prior to that day. You need far more than 10 days or far more than 10 days of data to calculate a reasonable, accurate 10 days worth EMA. That is exponential moving average. You need it. There are 3 steps to calculating an exponential moving average. First, calculate the simple moving average for the initial EM. That means if you want to do calculation, but just if you have your chart, this thing is done already, just go and click it. But for understanding, so that you get the meaning of it and how to use it. But if you go to your chart, once you call your indicator to come up, you don't need to do all this. So there are 3 steps to calculating an exponential moving average. First, calculate the simple moving average for an initial EMA value. Another one, and an exponential moving average must start somewhere so as a simple moving average is also used as the previous period EMA. In the first calculation, second calculation, the weighting multiplier. The third one, calculate the exponential moving average for each day between the initial EMA value and today, using the price, the multiplier, and the previous period's ERA value. Then charting service of your broker or what chart you are using to look at these figures is for you to know exactly how to use the chart itself. Once you're able to know how to use it, you don't have any problem again. As mentioned in the explanation I just said now, entering signals are based on the use of what 8, 21, and 55 weekly average. The 8 and the 21 and the 55 are Fibonacci numbers that are special series of numbers that I said they prefer. As mentioned earlier when we were coming, we are also zoning this toward to the 8th moving average. That's what we use here. The 8th EMA, like the one I use there, that's the shortest one. And that's the only way you can use to cut to catch your sell and your buy faster, because it's the shortest way and for short-term trading activities. While the 21 EMA is for medium term and the 55 day is for long term, so that you know the one that suits you. That's why I'm giving you, so that if you're a trader, you know the one. That's why I always use 8, because we're doing the trading in this class. But if you want to use 21 is for medium term, while 55. Don't forget that this EMA is different from simple moving average, so that you get your understanding. To get a signal, the EMA buy signal or sell signal, then each candle on the charts represent price movement. You know that, or index movement for a day, for 1 hour, or for 1 week. That means it is when it crosses, like I always tell you, that you can use them. Say this past this week has been and a bullish, a bearish move for the few days we have seen now. Now we are seeing that today we are seeing a kind of a rebound in the market on the strength of MTN, coming back to almost 270 as we speak. You see, this is how to use your EMA. I hope that they always say that here that I use exponential. That is my what I call my T line. If you are familiar with us in this class, it's language that we use often. Yes, this is for the small lesson I want to know for how to use some of this indicator. You can see this is like Fibonacci. I tell you that my 8 days moving average or my T line is like exponential, like Fibonacci that tell you it cuts different lines that you can use it to get different entry and exit. Either you are a short term trader, you use the 8 days exponential. If you are a medium term trader, you use the 21. If you are long term, use 50, 55. All depends on your investment objective. That is for that. Yes, we want to quickly look at the market news before we go to the market, the charts to look at what is happening. As we speak now, I'll tell you that the MACD MC Nichols the industry or call it consolidated company has just notified the market of insider selling, and that should also give an investor or traders in that position, if insider is selling at this point, is it just to take profit? Look at, and it has been for like almost since the beginning of the week we have seen insider selling, and that will also give you a sign. Then why United Capital also notified the exchange of insider buying a position. You can see this one is accumulation, and also don't forget that also uh, this one of the countries there, or one of the organization also rated UCAP as one of the best growing company in Nigeria or in Africa. It's a good one for them. Then Africa also as a kind of made the market of kicking off the payment service banking operation in Nigeria, starting with a few states or few areas so that they can extend it wider to other states with time. These are the information in the market. But I know that of yesterday, when market closed, we heard about Access Bank selling their pension custodian to First Bank holding, what's it called, FBN holding. These are the news in the market. But as to speak, I'll tell you that the state of the market is bullish, but I'll tell you the market generally is a mixed trend because we're seeing the index looking up while the market breadth is negative this hour. But I'll tell you that as we speak now, we're having the index is trading at 53,221.27. That means the index is up in terms of what 500.30, representing 0.95 up. And this is this move is a MTN position. You can see the importance of this high cap of when they gain market general will come from, but when they lose, you can see that a few days they're profit taking. But today we're seeing good volume in MTN, and we're seeing what the price looking up. Tells you what is happening. If Airtel have just kicked off their payment service banking activities any moment from now, and don't forget that MTN have intimated us that they're starting their G operation, G5 operation will start in August. You can see these are factors that will drive these sectors cash flow, and that is why we need to look at where that these social services are important and how that for it, even though there is price increase, I'll tell you their service like what we call inelastic in terms of where the increase price, demand will still be there. For that, these are things that also should guide you when you are taking your decision on where to put your money in this time. Especially if you want to hedge against inflation, want to hedge against that market. Which stocks has the characteristic of as a defensive stock, a growth stock, dividend paying stock, so that it will help you when you are taking decision where to put your fund, where to position to hedge against inflation and to hedge against what market downturn. If market continue, but today you can see that market are about even to the breakout of the 53,100.37 before. And now the market is already around. So that means it's a breakout. We want to see is it sustainable, but that's what we want to look at. Let's see what happened before the market closed today. But as we speak now, as I said earlier, market is the mixed trend. We're seeing the index looking up. Why the market breadth is negative? We're having 11 gainers and 22 losers as we speak now. Among the top losers, we have the top losers. We have Connoy leading the internal Fury, ETI, CAP, and the Fidelity. These are the top losers at this hour. While on the gainer start, we have 11 gainers, and the top gainers are Baby Beauty. We have also Mark Nicholas Industry, Mark Nichols Industry among the top gainers. Also have Multiverse here. We have MTN and Ikeja Hotel. These are I'll tell you among these stock why you can see that we have more losers and gainers, but market is up because of the impact of what MTN price appreciation. But I won't move to the next level until we discuss the volume. As we speak now, MTN is also topping the test of volume, almost 18 million shares or more than is traded at this hour in MTN, followed by Conoye, and then Transcorp is there, and the Academic Press, and the next one there is what is UBA. These are the stocks that are leading the pack in terms of volume at this hour. You can see from here now that market is still looking good. You want to look at the chart of MTN, look at that chart of Connoy. Connoy is pulling back, profit taking. Are they getting to the support level? If you want to jump in, or you wait until you come back. When we enter the chart, we also look at what is happening there. Look at the Transcorp. Transcorp have touched as high as almost 150. Profit taking is going down. What are you going to do if you are in that stock? These are the things we're going to look today. Then we look at ETI. Where is ETI going from now? From here, then at the same time, look at what is happening to Fidelity and the CAP. We can look at this stock. It's time for me to also let's go straight and look at what is happening in this stock as we speak. Yes, if you look at the market now, this is the chart you can see for yourself. This is the chart you can see here. But let's go to our indicators. It's very, very important. Like I just said, we discussed on Fibonacci exponential moving up average. Which that means we are not going to what to go to our normal indicators, and these are part of what we have just shared this afternoon. Those indicators that we already use exponentials, this MACD, this money flow, and this what the moving average exponential. Here what you can see, but because of this class, and that is what we use in Investdata, we use it as our what as our key line, and for a purpose and for reason we use that. You can see here now that the candlestick here is different. You can see that covered the side movement and even the pullback here that was almost pushing the market into like a decline phase. But now market has broken out now again from the from where it is a rebound that broke out the last resistance level of 53,100 and 100,100.37. You can see the market has broken. The market is around to speak now 58,222.4 as we speak. It's a good one for the market. You can see it, market revival. You can wait to confirm the indicators. But if you look at MACD, still coming down, but you can see a little uptick here in what in the IMF, which is the money flow index, trying to look up marginally up. You can see it here. But we'll go back to the hourly chart to confirm. That is why you are a day trader. Want to see what is the hourly chart telling us about the market now. You can see on hourly chart, you can see also the same trend looking. That means hourly chart telling us market is also about to stretch for another move. That means if at the end of the MPC meeting on Monday and Tuesday, that no, because market on our market, that market is trying to come back powerfully. Look at your MACD now. You can see that there's already also the divergent market was coming down, but today you can see it has started coming up again to cross to bullish set on the MACD. MACD is about to cross down here, and money flow on our chart is looking up. So for me, it's a good one for the market. That means we need to also position watch very well. Let's see the trend. Tomorrow is the last trading of the week, but I believe that the MPC will be the next as every market player, both the big ones, the PFAs, and all, they are interpreting the outcome of the economic data, especially the consumer price index for the month of April that hit 18 months high. For other climate, you can see that they are hitting 40 years. Canada was 31, the UK was 40, US was 40. Recently, but you can see here that our own index is still just taking up. Don't forget that in this country we have recorded about 18.48 in inflation. Now we're around below 17. Let's see, and from that between that period of 2022, 2020 September to now, that even the up and down, we have left our interest rate unchanged, and now we are seeing that the economy is recovering. Is it the time to jack up? Like I always say, if you jack up, we are deflating the recovering. But if you jack up for reason, I don't feel like that could be too much. The kind of hike in interest won't be much, but I don't expect it to come. Like I always say, unless they vote for that. But from the way we are looking at the economy, I think this coming was not the place which was also the time to adjust up. You can say, okay, after the primaries of these parties, we see how fund is coming, and then in the second half of the year, they can do that, slightly to control liquidity. But as we speak now, I said it earlier that the kind of inflation we're having in Nigeria is not liquidity push inflation. It's when we are having excess money in the system that is pushing price. Now, this one is cost push inflation. If you also go ahead and kind of high rate, you are going to also make a cost of fund also high. That will quickly stifle kind of deflate what we have achieved all this while, because we need that fund to manage this high cost environment, so that at the end of the day, if there is special intervention in some sector, that will also help to cushion the effect. I will see. But if you tighten up, if you kind of hike your rate, and people are not able to access their fund again, and they start laying people out. Then what we want to achieve? Then a lot of problems. We're talking of insecurity. We need to manage all this at this period. That is why the committee member they are there to vote and make decisions on how to put the economy in the right direction and sustain this recovery we are seeing so far. For me, if you look at index is still very, very positive here. I can see it here. It's a good one for the market. Let's quickly look at MTN. That's the first one here. Let's see what is happening in MTN, and then we'll now know what to do from here. Let's see what is happening there. MTN Nigeria, you can see. Let's see the chart for MTN. Good now. MTN, you can see that MTN on a 1 hour chart, you can see for how long it has been below the T line. You can see it here. But today, you can see it's above the T line. There's a little breakout up here. You can see it here at the T line now. And you can see a volume that support that. You can see this big volume. This is a 1 hour chart we're talking. And it's also looking good at the histogram here is already looking up for where you can see the line and can see money flow also looking up in this direction. Let's go to a day chart because this is a day market. Let's look at the day chart. What is saying? Day chart here, you can see that even MACD MTN price action is slightly below the T line here with a volume, but a crossover will also confirm what the buy situation. Let's see how it go for today. Let's see how it go. Oh no, it's a breakup. It's up here. You can see it's up here. It's doing 27 as we speak now. So that it has dropped again. Let me see. MTN as we speak. Let's see the price of MTN now in the market. So MTN has dropped again at this hour. So you can see that with the future volume, you can see that MACD is looking down and histogram is still looking down on a day chart, and money flow is looking down on a day chart on MTN. That means we have to watch MTN to know the state of the company, where it's going from here technically. But fundamentally, I'll tell you the company is sound and good. Let's look at the corn oil. Look at corn oil and see what is happening in corn oil at this hour. Look at corn oil. Sorry. Look at corn oil. Look at corn oil. Yes, corn oil, you can see that it's on a day chart. It's already selling position was set down, but you can see the buyers are pushing it up again. To speak now, it's already now above coming back to even let the price started. You can see it below here, but you can see that it's coming up again on a day chart. You can see very well, but it's not looking good. This area position, MACD. You can see also this histogram here, and money flow is down on a day chart for corn oil. Corn oil is below the T line on a daily chart. You can see for yourself here, and MACD is not looking sweet. You can see it's looking down. Money flow is looking down. That means you have to be very careful. The stock now, until you see it break out again from the T line up, you cannot jump in, and that is the work of the Fibonacci exponential moving average. Help you to catch your entry and your exit position at the right time. Now that it's below the T line, which is the exponential moving average 8, then you have to wait. Once they come out again and break up, that is when to jump into the stock and then ride with the stock. It's very, very important that you know the right time to be in a stock so that you won't wait for too long. Now that we're seeing there's profit taking in this stock, now you have to wait to see how long profit takers will hit the market with their sales. Once they are done, the market is also bound to recover back. Yes, Transcorp. Look at what is happening in Transcorp at this hour. This Transcorp, you can see Transcorp here. Profit taking activities. Transcorp, you can see on 1 hour chart below the T line. I see the MACD here. For me, it's also sliding down. Money flow. You can see it above 70 rand 72, but still you can see that the price action and the momentum indicators are moving in the same direction. Very quickly look at the day chart of stock. Even on a day chart too, it's still below the T line. That also be very good. I can see here the volume this hour is not much. And you can see it going down here. The MACD, we can see these lines here, kind of a histogram showing that it's also going down. Why the money flow trying to look up again at this one? Let's see how it goes. There you can see there's a mixed signal here. Or you can see MACD is giving us sign of coming down. While money flow is looking up. the candlestick is below the T line marginally. Yes, the stock has tested almost 150, tested 150 two times. Now profit taking has brought the stock down, and expected that profit taking will come. Don't forget that I said it in the last that take profit in the stock, and now that we're seeing also a sign of market like rebound, and that will be a function of the outcome of MPC meeting. You don't need to also worry for being good solution for a position. Like I always say, there are some stock for defensive, there are sectors that you can play defensive. No matter what happens in the economy, even inflation continue to to gallop, and also we see or market continue to go down. There are some stocks that also will lead reversal or lead the recovery. These are areas you look at, and even when you are taking position, that in case market go against you, those stocks also. And also, like I said earlier, this formation here, this cup handle formation of transport have given us vision. Once they are able to settle, also find a support level, when they come out again and go up, that stock will go beyond 2 naira again. Really, if the Q2 number will also come powerfully, that means if you see a pullback in this stock after taking profit around that 118 or 115, you see there or 102, 1 naira, 2 naira, 1 naira 20 kobo, you can equally so look at the stock of uh, of transport. Yes, quick one. Look at what is happening in ETI, then UBA before. Can let's look at what is happening in ETI at this point. You can see there's a profit taking there too. Let's see what is happening in ETI. That also give us an insight what is happening in ETI. Put transnational. Let's see what's happening in ETI here. Once we get it, then we are good to go. ETI as we speak now on a day chart is below the T line. You can see it here. MACD is signal that here is becoming very while money flow is very strong. The stock above 82, above 80, which is very good. But the MACD is looking down already, and they can see the candlestick is below the T line. Let's watch and see how it's going to finish this on the day chart. Let's look at 1 hour chart. What it's talking about. MACD is really bearish. Sorry, it's really bearish on our chart. You can see it's far below the wall. You see that you can see for yourself here, and the MACD is already bearish, and money flow is looking down below what 50, reading 43 as we speak. Let's see and wait for any trigger for this stock to turn. Immediately it turn across the T line. That's where you can jump into the stock again. Quick one, let's look at the UBA before go to cap. What is happening in UBA? These are stocks that are trading in volume. What is happening in UBA? Let's see what is happening in UBA. UBA, United Bank for Africa. Yes, as we speak, this is a 1 hour chart for UBA. You can see as we speak, you can look at it. It's slightly, it crossed the T line today, but speak now is slightly below the T line. You can see it here, and on a decline, you can see red here, it's still losing. But money flow has confirmed it's coming down, and MACD is here to confirm whether it's bearish or a bullish trend. MACD is institution in MACD at this hour here also. This for 1 hour. Let's go to a day chart for UBA. UBA as we speak is trading below the T line, also slightly here. You can see MACD is bearish on why money flow. You can see once it's not entering UBA, and that's why the price has continued to decline for this. So you can see from here that there was kind of a short from here. You can see from here to here that been below the T line. This more than a week trading. Even getting to 2 weeks, like UBA has been below the T line, and you can see that MACD is bearish on UBA. Then the next one to look at here is CAP. Then after CAP, we can now go to Fidelity before we draw the curtain for today. Let's look at CAP. What is happening in CAP? Chemical and allied. Let's see what is happening in CAP. On the day chart, okay, there's profit taken in CAP already. Even when it's struggle here, in and out of the T line, but today, as we speak, is below the T line. You can see the distance where and this profit taken already. MACD has confirmed that very strong. You can see it here. Money flow is looking down. It's profit taken in the stock already in MACD. That's why it's among the losers. But let's take that the why on our 1 hour chart, you can see that this is a bullish 1 hour chart, but it has not crossed. You have to wait. This is a green candle say that buyers are coming on a shorter time frame, which is 1 hour. But on a day chart, it's not looking to be 1 hour. It's still looking, all the momentum indicators are looking down. And see volume is high here, but still below what we see like on 1 hour chart. For a day chart has given us the position that still, even when at the corner, people are tend to take position here. So that's why 1 hour chart is telling you that it's big, because people are taking position, but they're unable to cover up. Is when they, before the market, they feel able to sell off and come back here and close above the T line. That is another the market to close. But as we are seeing the momentum indicators here, they are looking down on this chart and this hour again on a day chart. The last one, I look at fidelity before finally draw the curtain for today. Look at what is happening in fidelity as we speak now. Fidelity, look at what is happening in fidelity as we speak now. Sorry, happening in fidelity as we speak now. Fidelity. This is what happening in fidelity as we speak. No, fidelity has been on. You can see fidelity from here for a long time now. You can see it has been below the T line. Struggle touch it for now. It has been below the T line, even as we speak now. And you can see what MACD have take it down here. And since then, it's now trying to money flow before trying to enter fidelity to start buying in. And MACD is also confirming that. You can see that the bearishness of MACD is reducing. Or you can see once it cross over here, that's a good. And you can see the line here. Once the blue line cross the red line up, that confirm also on the signal for buy. But know that as we speak, this is the T line, is below the T line. Once also cross over the T line, that will also confirm the buy, start buying and then fidelity. But for those that are thinking long, yes, continue buy it. But for we that are traders, we need to confirm the reversal up as a trade above the T line, and this must be confirmed. And money flow is already looking up there. Gradually, funds are entering the stock. You can see it here that it touch as low at this point. That's why it's having a weak here. But buyers are moving sellers out gradually, continuing to clear on the stock. It depends at the end of the day. We are seeing buying position and selling position in the same fidelity. But who will win at the end of the day determine where the price will fall to close the market. Yes, say thank you for for staying with us today. We appreciate your time, and we say have a lovely and a trading remaining section for the day. And also don't forget, as usual, we always encourage you, once we finish or before we start, to share our link. Always share with your friends, and also you can encourage them also to subscribe to our channel YouTube. If you are not subscribed, go ahead, so that once we post anything, this is not only the media, only forum or media we use for this market analysis. With others too, where we bring experts in the market to do analysis. We have a new program I call Analyst Hangout, comes every Friday. We post it on that platform, so that you will always listen to different opinions from different analysts, different MDs of companies, trying to air their own view, how they see the market, how the future look at what. Every investment is against the future. You need to also subscribe, so that if you're getting this update immediately, hit the channel, it will alert you that something has been posted, a new update, that you can follow the market, especially now that we are seeing a signal that the general market is trying to make uptrend again. Let's see then after the MPC where it's going, so that we can know how to position ahead of Q2 number. Knowing that Q2 is also is as important as Q1. Once you see a number Q2, it tells you also where the company is heading. And don't forget that this correlation year, you need to keep your eyes in the market to see what is happening. But we believe that because the way the liquidity will flow this time around, we are rather seeing the cost of funds, all of them, that kind of political activities are going to expect. If at the primary everything stays smoothly without problem, without fighting here and there, there's no threatening, I think that will lead to a smooth election. But because of the preparation of 2023 election, we expect funds to be out. You can see that government is still spending money to make sure that most of the road projects are completed. And that's why I said those that are really investing, which companies should benefit from all this approval of completion of this road and road. Don't forget that in this country, most of the roads are being protected by the Las Vegas. That also give you that's where you should put your money, because at the end of the day, this Las Vegas has 2 naira, 50 kobo, dividend, and also we expect their Q2 to be as good, also even surpass the Q1, because I tell you, big pre-election year, most of the politicians who want to the project they have started to be completed, that is another point of them to market themselves when they are campaigning. I mean, between now and the election, you see more road and more, abandoned road trying to be completed, to the preparation of the election. So they come and tell you and I, this is what we are doing. That's why I said those companies that can easily, pass their cost to to consumers, and they have done it and they are still producing. Yes, we expect a better number. I said earlier when we started that you can see that the figures that are emerging from retail companies or retail stores in the US, their numbers are weak. That's also part of what is also pulling the market over there now. Yes, I say thank you again, and then see you tomorrow, hopefully by God's grace. Like I always say, if you have questions, go ahead and ask through all the platform, through the social media we have, and you can also go to our WhatsApp and you have my number. You can call me or my colleague will give you an answer, or you can join us on Saturday by 12 noon for the question and answer section, where you have every one in the house contributing. It's also you too can also contribute in that regard on that Saturday. See you. Enjoy the rest of your day. God bless.